So it's Thursday morning. I just got back. I did a Walmart pickup order last night. I just realized when I was making dinner that I didn't have a lot of things to go together. And like I could eat random stuff, but I figured I would go ahead and pick up some things to make it through the next like week and a half. So I did a quick order and I picked it up this morning at a 9 o'clock slot. I'm gonna get these things put away. And like it really is just odds and ends, like frozen peas and carrots, frozen kale, frozen sweet potatoes. But yeah, so I'm gonna get all this put away. I think the only thing that has happened this week so far has been on Monday I went out. I mean, like I've been for walks, been to class, things like that, but only like interesting, exciting thing is on Monday they have like a mini parade around campus for the women's basketball team since they won the national championship. So that was exciting and it was cute, and I did take some clips, so I'll insert them here if they're good. And other than that, I'm gonna get this done. I have a reading prompt, or yeah, I mean it's a good question that we're gonna cover in class today that I need to read that's like a couple pages long, so I'm gonna get these done really quickly and hopefully I can read that and take my at-home test for today. I've already taken one this week so that I can drop that off this afternoon. So I'm about to go for a walk. I just got done with class. It was good. It was really discussion based, and that's always nice. Like we went into breakout groups to discuss things and then came back as a class to discuss things. Like we just finished a section and we have it's kind of like a big review question, almost like an issue spotter. It was really nice. I really like how this class is being run. Oh, before we get too far into this vlog, I did want to say that if you have come here from like my day in the life of a Stanford law student for fall quarter on Zoom, I have a new video for that, and I've decided, even though I can't move that video, to just put them on another channel so that if you don't care about me, like last week I did some things that I got from like Target and Sephora. If you don't care about those kinds of things, like the other channel, even though I really don't need two channels, but like just to keep, for the interest of keeping things split, the other channel is just going to be like the days in the life, whether it's like law school, interviews, summer stuff, studying. I have on that channel like a study with me for a couple of hours, so it's just going to be that kind of thing. It may have some kind of like app advice and things like that at some point, but it's just going to be really like law school, career, productivity focused. And then this will continue to be like vlog, like occasionally things that I buy from Target or Trader Joe's, or Sephora, or what I've been wearing. Like it's very me focused, and I get that people don't care about that. Like there are people who care about that, but I get that like not everyone who comes from like a video that just want to see what it's like being at Stanford will care what I bought from Sephora last week. I have friends who don't care what I bought from Sephora last week. I get it. So I figured for the interest of clarity and I don't know, just what other people probably like, just to split it off, even if they both stay like under 500 people, that's fine with me. Another thing, this has nothing to do with anything related to school or even the other vlog or whatever, but I was on Instagram this morning and I saw that Rihanna's assistant posted how she went with her in New York to like the Stop Asian Hate kind of march, and people just didn't know who she was. Like she was very, I really appreciate that she, like, because Rihanna posted about it after the fact, and like obviously her assistant is not posting that she went in support, and that helps bring attention to it. But I appreciate that in the moment, unless someone like asked her directly, like I think somebody asked to tag her in something and she told them, she wasn't trying to draw attention to herself, she was just an ally. And I feel like that's kind of a space that even if you're famous, as someone who is not part of the directly affected group, just being there and being supportive, but not making the narrative about yourself is important. So I just thought that was really cool, and maybe actually, like, I will put her handle down there, her assistant's handle, because I obviously, like, I don't want to steal anybody's photos and things like that, but it was cool. If you can't tell by now, I'm just all about intersectional support, especially amongst women. So with that, I'm gonna go on my walk. So I am back from my walk. There were so many people out there, and like, I expected to see more people in general around this quarter just because they brought back juniors and seniors for their last quarter this year or ever. But I also saw a bunch of families, and I guess maybe it's spring break around here or somewhere, and like, this is technically usually a touristy kind of place because people like to look at the campus, but it's been pretty clear because of the past year. But I guess people are coming out of the woodwork. Anyway, so I saw a bunch of people. I picked up a salad. Afi and I were talking about like quinoa because I had been eating it, and he told me about the salad, so I decided, since I was going on this walk and didn't have time to make lunch before the presentation I'm gonna watch, I might as well pick one up. So this is what I'm getting. It's like less quinoa than I was expecting, but I saw the picture of it before I ordered, so I knew that it wouldn't have as much as like quinoa salad I make, but it has arugula, avocado, quinoa, a little bit of Parmesan, pumpkin seeds, and like a lemon vinaigrette. So it's Friday afternoon. I just finished my class. I had property and then Fedlit, and so those are both done. And by done, I mean I have so much to do. I know that it hasn't seemed super hectic since I haven't like vlogged as much this week, but it has been. And I'm wearing this sweatshirt, and I'm already anticipating wearing it tomorrow because I like it so much. So at least hopefully maybe I'll wear it in a way that's not with just not matching sweatpants. But yeah, it's like 1:30, and I stayed after for office hours just like to ask a quick question in Fedlit, and now I'm hungry because I haven't had anything. I had a few Doritos that are meant for a taco salad later this weekend, next week, I don't know, but I haven't had anything else. So gonna have lunch and basically go right back to Fedlit. So I made what I am having for lunch last night and had it for dinner, and it's basically like, I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but when I had the salad yesterday, I'd already like taken out frozen beans that I was gonna eat with something, and then they needed to be cooked even though I made the salad. So I made a soup, and like by soup I mean I looked at like 3 recipes to see kind of what the different options were, and then just kind of did off the cuff. This does not look especially appetizing because it's like a bunch of beans and like chicken, a little bit of bacon, onions, tomato, and then like different like spices and stuff. So it's just it's like a cross between, and you know what, with what's in it, I would almost say it's more of a chili, like, because it's kind of like a stew or soup or something, but it's like a chili. And then I pulled out this avocado, also planning on using it. It looked so good last night, but of course it doesn't look the best, but underneath this layer, even though I put lime juice on it, it'll be good underneath. the top surface. So gonna have lunch. So today's been hectic for no reason. It's still Friday, by the way. I've just changed and I'm about to go to bed. After class and lunch, I had a headache, so I took a nap. I took Advil and a nap. It did not help. It was a really short nap. And then I logged on to Zoom for a little bit and did Balsa happy hour with admits. So that was nice. Obviously, I hope they come. And then I did some work. Still have a headache. Still, like, I had a headache and still have one. So I, like, did a little work. Did more, like, admin things, like, paid off, like, credit cards and things like that. That, like, for spring break, all the stuff I was doing, I just kind of, like, let it sit on my credit card for a week or so just because I wanted to see where things fell. And so now that that's done and I'm back to, like, my normal budget, settling all of that. And then, like, plotting out my calendar to see what needs to get done every weekend to make sure I'm in a good place starting the weeks, just because, like, there's so many different deadlines and some weekends aren't too bad. Some weekends are going to be rough because, like, they're the kind of things where you have to do things in order. Like, you can't just start now, whether it's because, like, something else will be due before or I won't have the information on it beforehand. It's just, but then, like, over a span of, like, a week and a half or two, multiple things will be due. So I'll just do it when it comes. But yeah, so it's been a very short, it's probably gonna be a super short vlog just because I haven't done much this week, but I'm going to bed. Okay, so it's Saturday morning and it's like 10 a.m. I wasted most of the morning because I've had a headache since yesterday and it's finally gone just in time for me to get ready and maybe still have a little time to do some studying before I go to a coffee shop and study. So it's not like I won't get studying in today unless we gap the entire time. But yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for the day. I think it's like the first time, not the first time this week that I've really gotten ready, but it's one of the only days this week, so. Okay, so I'm dressed, got nothing else done, but at least I'm ready to go. Okay, switching up scenery.
So,
I'm just talking to myself.
Hey YouTube.
No. So I'm back inside. We came back to campus after a little while, but then we studied just kind of outside. And the weather was great for this outfit when I left. And it's still not bad for it, but it's a little bit toasty in the sun. So I'm gonna grab some water and go back to studying because it's kind of crunch time for my FedLit brief outline. Honestly though, if I am not going anywhere else today, I probably will change, take off all of my makeup, and just settle in. Okay, so I've been working on my FedLit brief outline all day, just mostly researching, and I've done a lot of the cases are negative and it's fine, but I am seeing some where I can differentiate cases to, like, say why this doesn't apply to mine and why it should work in my favor. but I need to do still a lot more research before I really get into outlining. But okay, so I have a spreadsheet and I've got all these columns. Who knows if these are what's going to be helpful. I have it by court. I have the outcome. And then I just added this column here that talks about like possible to differentiate. So like even if it's negative, then do I think that it's still good case law for me if I can show how the facts are different enough that negative outcome doesn't apply to me? By year, just because like more recent case law is better. And then I have like useful yes or no because I do sometimes even kind of looking at the summaries go into cases if I'm not sure and then read through and realize this isn't relevant to me. So I just like have no, and I just kind of leave it at that. And then I have all of these different kind of topics that are relevant for what I'm trying to prove, and I haven't done much of that. So what I need to do now is go through the cases that I've already gone through, make sure all of these sections are filled out, and then moving forward, make sure that every time I look at the case, I put all of the information in there, and that way I can filter and search by that, and this will be like a really good living document. I didn't do it as I was going because I wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to have as like the columns and categories and things like that, but now that I've been looking more, I have a better idea of what's helpful. And then also go back and I have some of them linked to where, because now that I have so many, it just like there's so many tabs at the bottom or sheets at the bottom, so like linking them back and forth to where I can go to this case and then just like see all of this and then go back to the top and go to the home page. But and I just at the end I started kind of going into arguments that could be made or ways I could differentiate, and so I need to also do that when I go through the cases I have already. And once I do all of that, even though it's a pain in the butt, it'll be so much better, and I can go back to doing a little bit more research, but then I want to try to get into outlining just because I do feel like I have some like of the skeleton of the law, if not like the very small arguments and counter arguments and just nuances. I at least have like some big picture points ready to go in. That's what I'm doing tonight, and I think I'm going to try to read for one of my classes on Monday just because my other class I'm on panel, and so like I would just like to get the one I'm not on panel done with and just like out of the way. But that's what I'll be doing for the rest of tonight, tomorrow, when I'm not in class on Monday, and this brief outline is due on Tuesday, so hopefully not too late on Tuesday, but we'll see.